Hello YouTube. Working on a cantilever gate in my backyard. It's been like a year now, and I'm finally getting it hung up. I'm going to hang it with wood slats instead of chain link like most of them you see. But I thought it would be worth showing what I'm doing. You don't see a ton of cantilever gate videos, so I thought I'd give it a shot. I already set my posts. I'll kind of show you what those look like now and describe them, and then I'll kind of show you the steps I'm doing as I put my cantilever gate together. So here you can see I got the big rollers. See the other one down there. So in order to get those level, I put my gate that you can see laying sitting on top of the rollers and then leveled them, the bottom two, and then I put this third one up just to kind of balance it as I go. So these posts are like well pipe, like 80 schedule or something. I can't remember. I bought them like a year ago. Anyway, they're super thick walled, and I got them about 3.5 to 4 feet in the ground. 240 pounds of concrete in each hole, and I'm hoping that'll be solid enough. They say your gate post should be 2/3 the width of your opening, and mine are more than that to help, because this gate's going to be big and heavy. I'm going to be spanning like 24 feet with it, and I've thought about putting another post hole out here and actually running a guy wire from down here up to the top of that post to just help redistribute the weight that's going to be hanging out in the opening. So I'll walk over here and show you what I got going on with the gate. So my gate opening is going to be 24 feet. I have 40 foot of gate altogether, so I've got like 16 feet of in between my posts. Each one of my gates 20 foot long, and then to bring these together, what I'm doing is I'm sleeving them. So I've got this I couldn't find a perfect fit inside of the inside diameter of my gate, so I'm sleeving it, and then I welded on these little nubs and ground them to where it would all slide inside and still mechanically touch. And then on the other side here, if I can get out of the shot, I've drilled some holes, and I'm going to weld some little rosette welds in 3 spots along there. And so I think these are 10 feet all together, so this will kind of create a mechanical, bond, as well as welding it, just the friction, and it's a lot of gate. So I'm going to get this thing welded up. I'm not going to bother showing you what my welding looks like, because it's not great, but it'll hold, and give you some shots once it's together. What I did here, these welds are awful, but I'm welding painted galvanized. Outdoors, you shouldn't weld galvanized, period, but this is what this stuff's made out of. So I've done these 3 really crappy welds on the inside. I'm going to grind those down, but full disclosure, showing you what they look like while they're crappy. But you can see what that's done is just kind of attached those sleeves, the inner sleeve, to the frame of the gate, and then I'll do it on this other side. And I'm a little worried about trying to get these to slide together. We're going to see how. I know that the inner sleeve slides into those because I've put it in and out of there, but we'll see how it goes when I actually insert it. Here's my little welding setup. I got a little Hobart Handler 140. It's a great little welder, and I got it hooked up to my generator. The shorter the run you can make to the electricity, the better. And so rather than doing 100 feet of extension cords, I'm just using my generator for good clean power on the Makes Great generator. So yeah, we'll see how this goes. So my brother used to own a gate company, and he built these for me before he went out of business, and that's where I got these big gate frames. You can see I've got some eyelets. He welded some washers in these corners, and I'm going to run some cable with a tightener in the middle of it, in between all of these, to help shore up the gate and try to keep it square while it's hanging. So, all right, we'll see if I can slide this thing together. Okay, so putting the gate pieces together here, you can see they didn't want to go easy. Got them started way out there, and then I'm using a ratchet strap to pull them tight, pull them towards each other. Sometimes they slip, sometimes it binds. When it binds, I use my split maul to tap on this side of the gate and it slowly but surely goes together. So I'll see if I can get a little footage of that now. Some welding done, and then I'm grinding it down. Even if my welds would have been pretty, I'd have probably grinded this down because it's got to go through the wheel, and I want that to be as smooth as possible. So even with pretty welds, I would grind it down. But these turned out all right. My ugly rosette welds have ground down nice and flush. Shadow keeps getting in the way, but you can see how smooth those turn out. So that looks good. So that's all going to be bonded. And even though this is two 20-foot gates, it should act like one 40-foot gate because the sleeve goes all the way, spans all the way to that next upright on each end. So plenty of support. Plenty of support. So I'm going to finish welding and grinding. Got a little bit of, I'm going to flip this thing over and get the other side. And then we're going to try to put it in the wheels, and that ought to be exciting. Well, here she is. Cantilever gate. Above the ground all the way along. So I am concerned with the amount of wiggle it has on the end. So I'm definitely gonna have to put a gate post in down there in order to steady that up, which I think I was probably gonna do anyway. But here you can see the wheels holding the frame in place on the front and the back, and I need to get a little bit of pipe and weld on the end here, sticking up like so, to act as a stop once I know exactly where I want that to stop, so I can put it at the end of the gate, or if it's better I can have more of the gate, you know, pull the gate. You can see how easy all that, you wouldn't believe how heavy this thing is, how easy it moves. So I could put the stop even, you know, however far up that I want the gate to stop. So it turned out pretty good.